So excited to have a special guest here, Dr. Tapper, to share her purpose journey and story with us today. So before we begin, where in the world are you, Dr. Tapper?
I am in beautiful, sunny Naples, Florida right now.
Beautiful. And thank you so much for joining us. So without further ado, we want to just dive into your purpose story and the journey that has taken you to today, all those little breadcrumbs. So the floor is yours. Please share.
Yes, and thank you for having me, Rose. You know, what you're doing is amazing. We all have a purpose, and thanks for providing a platform for women to share, and maybe men too, to share. So my story is very interesting. So I'm originally from Jamaica, and I always knew I wanted to be a physician from a very early age. And I moved to the States from Jamaica to start college. And I had always been healthy and just really invigorated to be on this journey of serving other people in the health and wellness space. And then I became ill. I became ill in my second year of college. I thought it was just a flu bug, and it ended up that I was diagnosed with end stage chronic kidney disease. And that meant I had to start dialysis right away. So here I am, a 19-year-old in a new country, previously healthy, diagnosed with this illness that now I have to take on as part of my journey. And along the way, I've had so much help to help me navigate through this. And I ended up becoming a physician. I'm a family medicine physician, was trained at the Mayo Clinic. And I started practicing here in Naples about 7 years or so ago. And before moving here, I did get a kidney transplant, which wasn't very successful. And fast forward a couple of years ago, I had to go back on dialysis. And at that time, it was very difficult because I had to say goodbye to my patients. I tried to go back to work part-time. That wasn't happening. And it was also difficult because my mom had left the earth about a year or two before. So I was going through this whole transition by myself, right? But deep down, I always knew that I didn't want to practice medicine the way I was practicing medicine. I've always taken a holistic approach, and just the way of the healthcare system didn't align with the vision that I had for my life and how I wanted to serve other people. So when this transition in my health was taking place of going back on dialysis, I knew that there was also a shift that had to take place in terms of my career as well. And I had this light bulb moment where I'm actually coaching my patients anyway into good health and wellness. I'm not one to just write prescriptions. I want to find out what's really going on with them mentally, emotionally, physically, of course, and spiritually. And so that is the transition that happened of me going into the coaching space. And so, my mission has evolved into really helping high achieving, purpose driven women who are burnt out and overwhelmed and just taking on the world to feel more calm, feel more connected, feel more confident within themselves, to lead their lives in alignment, to lead their lives with more ease so that they can be successful and thrive not only in their purpose driven work, but in their personal work as well, right? So leading from within in order to lead other people and to lead themselves professionally. So that's my journey in a nutshell. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that I got a second transplant. I got a second transplant that was much more successful. I'm about to celebrate my 2 year anniversary, and getting that transplant has really allowed me to dive deeper into my business now that I'm not on dialysis. and I have the energy, the motivation just on a different level to help women, to speak on wellness, leadership, and alignment leadership as well. And here I am today, just walking in my purpose and helping others just the same.
That is so amazing. So, first, I want to just acknowledge your amazing journey of, being a vibrant 19-year-old and then having to face, you know, dialysis and kidney transplants at such a young age. Okay, thank you. Um, so my questions, I would love to hear what were those sparks that made you um, start to coach others from going through what you've been through? What was that
Mhm.
moment?
Whew. That moment was when I went back on dialysis.
Mhm.
And there were moments before that, actually. So I'll take you back a little bit. When I had graduated from family medicine residency at the Mayo Clinic, I had a 3-month break between graduation and starting my first job here in Naples, Florida. And that break was amazing. That break of rest. I did not realize
Mhm.
how tired I was until I was given the opportunity to rest.
Yeah.
And that click was, oh my goodness, I don't want to be in that state of overwhelm and burden as I did during residency. Right. So I went into my first position outside of training and went right back. It was the same thing. I thought it would have been easier,
Mhm.
but it was the same thing again. And then when I had to take a pause, you see these moments of pause, right? The first one was not forced, right? When I took the break before going into my first position. But the second pause to then go back on dialysis, that was really it. When I'm like, yeah, there is a different way to serve, there's a different way to live that does not include fight, struggle, forcing, but instead flow and ease and peace.
Beautiful. And you shared with me before a little bit about how you have connected with over 20,000 people. Would you like to share a little bit more about that challenge and journey?
Yes, yes. So it was very interesting how that just evolved. It was myself and my, hi, little one. It was myself and my accountability partner at the time. And we wanted to shift how we were looking at our business. We were just so into it. And we wanted to take a step back and remember that we're serving other people. It's not about us. So when we show up online, when we show up on social media, when we're doing the work that we're doing, it's more than just us, right? It's about serving others. And so it evolved into this challenge of us. I got this moment of, oh, why don't I challenge myself to serve 20,000 women in 20 days? And that was last year, June. So, yeah, a year ago, last year, summer. And it was very interesting because it allowed me to show up differently every single day that I got up out of my bed. There was this mission 20,000 women, 20,000 women, 20,000 women, right? And I didn't hit it in the 20 days, but I've hit it since that time 1 year ago. But the whole point wasn't the number, it was the focus, it was the vision, it was the purpose of service and just being focused on that. So, yeah,
Absolutely. The quality over quantity. It doesn't matter how many you reach, it matters the impact that you're able to have on those people. So,
100% Rose, 100%.
and if that number keeps you going to have that impact, it's very much a perfect driver and method. Yeah. Oh.
Exactly. Because it's so important to really, yes, you have goals, yes, you have vision, but it's about enjoying the journey along the way. And we miss out on that because we're so focused on what's over there, but we forget that what we're doing here in this present moment is going to build to reach to that goal. but we lose
Absolutely.
sight of that sometimes, you know?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I just want to celebrate you and your journey, from dialysis to diabolical leader.
I love that.
And thank you so much, Dr. Tapper, for sharing it with your journey with us. Is there any last words that you would like to share with our audience on, the first step they can take if they find themselves in a situation similar to you?
Absolutely. I would say stop ignoring the signals that are right in front of you. The burnout, the overwhelm, the stress. Don't look at it as something negative. Look at it as a signal. It is signaling for you to make a shift. So stop ignoring the shift. Stop
Absolutely.
ignoring the shift because there's something better and greater for you. As Rumi says, you are born with greatness. So tap into your inner compass and lead from within.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much. And again, beautiful, beautiful story and just celebrating you.
Thank you. Oh, one more thing. I want to meet your little one behind you.
Anna, come say hi. Say hello.
Hi, Anna.
All right, I'm gonna